Marinakis gets his man as Edu is set to join the bigger club. Welcome to your Forest News. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Forest News. We're going to be talking about our latest signing today. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you've subscribed if you're new here to Forest Fan TV for your daily Forest News, watch-alongs, player ratings, everything your heart desires on the team that is third in the Premier League. And don't forget to check out today's sponsors, Micarera, where Rafinha threw up through the roof. Well, he didn't throw up, he went through the roof, is the words I'm talking about. On Micarera, you can buy players like their stocks on stock market. So use your football knowledge to invest correctly. Trust your knowledge. And if you think you know who's going to make it in football, go invest in them and make yourself some real money. Either scan this QR code to sign up for free with Micarera, or click on the link that's pinned in the comments. Alrighty guys, let's get into the news. So yesterday we told you about the confirmation that Arsenal were going to lose Edu, and the rumour mill was spinning around as it looked like he was set to join Marinakis. Marinakis, who's been chasing him for about 3 months, as we told you in the summer, has now finally got his man, and the deal is being finalised between him and the Marinakis organisation. Now, we'll come on to what he's going to do potentially. As I said, the deal's not clear yet, but it's as good as done. But let's talk about what's happened. So this was officially confirmed yesterday evening by Arsenal, who released a statement on their website. And they said, we want to thank Edu for his job, blah, blah, blah. And they say that Edu's words were, "This was an incredibly hard decision to make. Arsenal have given me the opportunity to work with so many amazing people and the chance to be part of something so special in the club's history. It's been a special journey, and I thank Stan, Josh, Tim and Lord Harris for the support they have given me. I've loved working with so many great colleagues across our men's, women's and academy teams, especially Mikel, who has become a great friend. Now it's time to pursue a different challenge. Arsenal will always remain in my heart, and I wish the club and its supporters only good things and all the very best." And in response, the co-chairman, Josh Kroenke, said, "We respect Edu's decision and thank him for his immense contribution and decision to drive the club forward," and so on and so forth. Now, as we told you yesterday, there was these rumors going around that there was a restructure, but there was also rumors going around which have had some more weight added to them about the fact that Edu wanted more power at Arsenal. And this is one of the reasons why he wanted to leave. He wanted a bigger and better challenge is another reason he wanted to leave, apparently, and hence step forward Marinakis. So what's going to happen here? Marinakis is going to triple his salary. What his current salary is, I don't know, but Edu's in for a big paycheck. And he's going to oversee the Marinakis empire. So Rio Ave, Olympiacos, and of course Forest. And as we said to you yesterday, there is a fourth club somewhere in Europe that Marinakis is currently after trying to buy up as he looks to expand his empire. And that will be included in the job role for Edu as he comes in. Now, there's been some information, and this has been reported, I think it was in the Independent, about the ins and outs of all of this. So, as I just said, Edu wants more power amidst the Arsenal reshuffle. There's been a few hints about not necessarily a power struggle at Arsenal, but a reshuffle in the dynamics, and people are speculating about whether that has influenced the decision. And they go on to say, I think part of Edu wanting more power, I think parts of it is that Edu wants power somewhere, and the Marinakis group are willing to offer it to him. So that's part of his reason. So I don't think his motivations are money, but obviously that's not going to hurt if that's the case. But clearly he wants more control. So what his role will be and everything else within Forest is currently being finalized now. Now, the reports that are coming out are that the agreement in principle is done. It's a case of dotting the I's and crossing the T's to get it done. And from what we understand, there's no gardening period or anything like that. Edu is keen to start straight away. So as soon as the ink is dry, expect him to start doing his thing, in the Marinakis empire. Now the question is, what is Edu going to bring? We know he's got really strong links in South America. He spends a lot of his time in Brazil. Obviously, he's Brazilian. He understands those leagues. And he's done well to bring players into Arsenal that have been successes. The likes of Odegaard, for example. The likes of Declan Rice, who he was able to get over the line ahead of competition from Man City. Some would say Kai Krapverts would be one of those. I personally wouldn't. But if you talk to the Arsenal fans, there is still a section of them who think he didn't do enough when it came to recruitment, as he didn't get them the striker. In fact, was opposed almost getting a striker through the door for them, where I think every Arsenal fan can see that they needed it. And in fact, probably most non-Arsenal fans could see it as well. So, will he get power within recruitment as well at Forest, at Olympiacos, etc.? The expectation is yes, that's going to happen. But he will have more of a say in a lot of other matters as well, which is going to be fascinating to see. Now, the question is, how do I feel about this? For me, it's a couple of things. I'll be honest with you, as long as we're winning on the pitch, I don't give a shit if, I don't give a crap if Edu is the one there, or Bob Jones, or whoever. As long as Forest are winning and we're not getting any PSR crap, it doesn't really bother me. But what I like about this is the fact that we've been able to take someone who's currently in a position at one of the big six clubs and bring him across to Forest. Now, I would argue Forest right now are a bigger club than Arsenal. We are higher in the league than them. We have more European trophies than them. We're in a title race now, and a lot of people think Arsenal are not. So my argument would be Edu is making a smart choice here. And that's the only thing I've got on this, really, is bragging rights against my Arsenal mates and the other Arsenal YouTubers when I'm bantering with them. But in terms of what he does, I don't really care as long as we continue to win. Now, obviously, you can get some bad apples that run the club into the ground, etc. But he has a track record of doing well. I personally don't think you could class it as success at what's happened at Arsenal. I think you can class it as progression. I think there's a big difference. For Arsenal to be successful, they would have needed to win league titles, a Champions League, something like that. And under Arteta, they only have one FA Cup, which some would argue was because of the previous manager to that, Emery. So I would say that he's progressed them. Now, I think he can move Forest along that food chain and start to progress Forest up into the proper discussion. We know right now all the mainstream media are discussing Forest. Forest are in the headlines for being third, for Edu coming in, for everything else. But I think Edu will be able to sustain that. But it doesn't matter if the performances on the pitch continue as they are, then Forest will naturally be the talking point and attractive to clubs. And that's the other thing I think he brings with him, is some attractiveness. And that in itself, and his black book obviously, and that in itself should open some extra doors for Forest. So I'm not against this one at all, don't get me wrong, I quite like it. But can you guys honestly name me all the chief execs and all the backroom staff at Forest right now? Let's be honest, we care about matters on the pitch. Now, one other thing to add, we now know where Tavares got his dog kissing thing from, because a video emerged, I don't know how old it is or what have you, of Edu doing something very similar, which I'll chuck up on the screen right now. Look away if you're under 18, it's not that pretty. But yeah, Arsenal seem to have some weird culture going on there that we seem to be getting involved in. But yes, that was Edu and some weird foot fetish. I'll leave you with that thought. If you've enjoyed the content, let me know by making sure that if you haven't already, you've hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And I really want to know your thoughts on Edu. How do you see this? Do you care? Is this going to rock the boat? Or like me, do you see this as one up on the Big Six? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you on the next video. Go check out the video sponsors, Mick Herrera. Come on, you Reds.